comes to our friends at Woolies, we know that they've got a really strong track record of supporting various food security missions, right?
Completely, and I've been lucky enough to walk this journey with a lot of our kind of features that we've done on the show, and it's now really become so clear to me how important nutrition within that food security in terms of giving a child, especially the ECD, that early childhood development space, and hygiene are. So this next initiative really did tick all of those boxes. Schools are undoubtedly the ideal place to launch new health and nutrition programs because they connect us to so many children within our country, a gateway to our communities. So when I heard about a new partnership between Woolworths, UNICEF and the Gauteng Department of Education aimed at improving the quality of the meals that these beautiful young children are receiving at school, I wanted to come to find out, to join hands, to find out how we can play our part in achieving zero hunger. So to achieve concentration like this requires energy, and you need food for energy. And with our energy, we can express ourselves at school. How are you guys feeling? Are you happy? Yeah! Since I always love connecting with you because it's generally always at an awesome event or the start of something truly special, this one really does tick all of those boxes, especially because we are dealing with young children in primary schools. This is a multi-tiered project dealing with education, nutrition and hygiene. Can you expand on the partnership a little bit?
I think in terms of the issues that it's looking to address, it's big issues in this country. The issue of education and making sure that our kids go to class with food in their stomach, but it extends to make sure that the food has nutritional value. But also the whole issue of food security, which is a big thing as well.
I'm glad you mentioned food security, something that is massively important to you. How does this tie into the Woolworths food security strategy on a broader level?
When Woolworths looks at food security, we understand that it's got all different aspects to it. There's an aspect of access to food, there's an aspect of the quality of the food being eaten. So today is really about plugging one of the gaps to make sure that when the kids go and eat in the school nutrition program, they have clean hands. You know, they really put an effort in making sure that they don't contaminate their own food. It sounds like it's a very small thing, but it's quite big, you know, in terms of health and hygiene and nutrition.
So now I'm going to ask you again, just because I can't get it into my head. Why is it so important to wash your hands with soap and water before you eat?
To keep germs. We don't want to be sick.
Very true. And can you go to school if you're sick?
No,
Why not?
we don't want the other children to be sick.
When you have a vision as a brand, as a company, you need the right partners to really see the vision and help you deliver to that vision. In this case, we've got a brilliant development partner in UNICEF, a partner whose heartbeat is a child. But also we need to acknowledge the Department of Education in Gauteng for allowing us to be in this space and really pilot this marvelous idea, innovative idea. There's also a whole number of youth. It's true collaboration and true partnership in action.
Sana, great to connect with you and your team. I know for UNICEF this is an everyday gig, but you've got to feel the weight of a small victory in a really long-running battle here. This is fantastic. So maybe you can start by explaining UNICEF's strategy in this particular partnership.
So UNICEF has presence in about 190 countries across the world. And we partner with governments to try and achieve the best possible outcomes for children. I'm sure you've heard of the Sustainable Development Goals. SDG 4 is focused on achieving equitable, quality and inclusive education for all children. But in order to do that, we need to address the many health and social barriers to teaching and learning. And of course, there are many of them. Children who are hungry, children who feel unsafe, children who are sick can't learn optimally. And in fact, the South African government has responded to this as far back as 1996. It implemented the National School Nutrition Program, which is currently feeding 10 million learners a hot cooked meal on a daily basis. Now, you would agree with me that that is no mean feat.
Yeah.
So we've got great coverage on the program, but we have some way to go to improve the quality of the meal that we are providing. And so the training of the volunteer food handlers to provide a very healthy, nutritious, balanced meal takes us one step further in that. Woolworths is a great proponent of food security and is therefore a natural partner of government.
Education is the business of all. We all have to take hands and focus our efforts towards the impact on the lives of children going forward. So the idea of partnerships is key to maximizing resources where there's a greater need and limited resources. And we really jumped at the opportunity.
We want our children to be in class, focused, alert, and fully present in the day. It means a great deal. To actually see the services being delivered like we did today is heartwarming. But we need to go beyond heartwarming. Ultimately, we are in a school setting and we want to make sure that children can read, write and count. And to do that, we have to address these barriers. But we try to do it in an integrated manner because a child is not just in a school about learning. Learning goes beyond math, science and technology. We also have to teach them about being good citizens, about living a healthy life. And so we use the opportunity of having 12 million learners in the school on a daily basis to improve health and social outcomes. Teach a child how to wash their hands with soap on a daily basis or after they go to the toilet or before they eat. You dramatically reduce the risk for these diseases.
Good nutrition and hygiene are an investment in our children, an investment in the future of the country. Addressing malnutrition is crucial in our child's right to survive, to grow, to develop, and to learn to their full potential. And partnerships and programs like this allow us to focus special attention on reaching the country's most vulnerable children to the benefit of all our children.